The camera cut off on me. But what I was gonna say was, yeah, like everything, all disease starts from an emotional or mental level, then it manifests into this dense level. That if you have a lot of physical baggage, it started as emotional and mental baggage, and then it just had to manifest. And that's just the will. You choose to use your will as you wish, and that's your will. You can choose to have it used against you, or let it use it for you. And you got most people living at an animalistic level. It's like life is like an onion. If you're using the center, that core, and throwing everything else away, it's just you're never truly experiencing it all, like your whole life, the whole existence, because you're living at an animal level. And that in ancient Kemet they would call that Sishans or Sahu men or Sahu people. Those are people that live at this root chakra, that core level. And Sishan, coming from the word Set, or people of Seth, those are that is the animalistic level of the soul. And people are just caught at that level. They're just stuck at that level. They can never get past that until they get rid of the false necessities that they've created for themselves. And that's why, like I've been saying, when it comes to light, you can turn air into anything you wish. It's called transmutation. That's how you become an alchemical master, because nothing is solid. You're just a denser. You're semi-solid, like I said. Like you're just denser than another dense layer of light, because it's all light. Everything is light. And like in ancient Kemet, they all knew this. This was all known, and it was all holistic technology. And once the Sahus or the Sets started to take over, and you know, basically infect the fragmented people of the world, the ancient Egyptians and the Mayans, or the Incas, or all the people that were there, they all got out. They left this planet. They're gone. So that's what people don't understand, that your power is limitless. It's whatever you wish to say that you have. It's all perception at that point. So it's up to you. Be the God essence that you are, or be the animal that is inside of you that you can tame and use to your advantage, and then grow to another level until you get to that God status or essence that you are. And that's really what I'm trying to empower people more than anything. I show people every day what they can have. I have things that other people I know wish they could have, and you should stop wishing. Just go out and use your will and do it. Do whatever you wish. Carve out your own destiny, because you created yourself. I know people don't want that responsibility, but that fear causes hesitation. So don't be afraid of it. Hesitation causes your worst fears to come true. So use your will the way to your advantage. So basically, like I said, I'm trying to empower people here. And I'm going to just catch more and more flack for it, because people just do not, they're living at an animalistic level. They don't, it's just like, I should say, like talking to a dog, kind of. It's just really, you're at that level in your spiritual growth, so, or energy body growth, or consciousness, awareness, whatever you wish to call it. If you're at that level, then the communication is no affinity here. I can't speak to you, but for those who do wish to hear or see this, then they can watch my videos. Those that don't, I don't understand why you continue to watch. I mean, I understand what I'm saying is true at some level, but you just filled with that hatred. You're filled with that, I don't want this responsibility for my existence, because you quite frankly don't like it for whatever reason, some different than others. That's just for most people. So people just need to get out of that they're caught up at that animalistic root chakra level. They have an energy blockage here, so where they cannot grow, and it's something that hurdle they have to get over. And you just have to put down false necessities. That's what a lot of it comes down to, what you feel as though you need. It's crazy how in this society people, their gauge for success is their job or things of that nature. That's why I say we live in a matriarchy. It's like, the male will go and work and die and give up all its energy for supporting, and be totally emotionally absent in raising the children. So it gets to a point where they're so emotionally absent, and now it has to manifest at a dense level to where they're physically absent. Now you got single parent homes. Most people being raised by their mothers. And all the people that catch flack saying, oh, what about Islam and those people? If you were raised by your mother, in most cases in Islam, because the woman is raising the children, you're going to still love women. You still love the female. If you still have, you're going to have respect for your mother still if you were raised by her. Most people have never been to the Middle East, and they only know the propaganda that they've been taught. So, again, they keep you ignorant. So you don't see, you only hear. And if you do see, you need to believe half of it, because what's the source? Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. And, that's the truth. I mean, really, you really can't. You got to always question the source. So I would always say go experience it for yourself, because use this vehicle. Whatever you did in your past life was, you were living off opinions and beliefs. You weren't living off of order and nature. You weren't living off of knowingness. So everything that you learned, you couldn't take with you. It was all worthless. You couldn't bring it into this life because you didn't learn anything. You truly learned nothing your entire life because you didn't know yourself. So when you come back, you have to use this vehicle and use your will to experience and know for yourself and to see instead of living by hearing, because that's what Sessions or the people of Set do. They live by hearing. They don't see it for themselves. They don't know anything. They've only been told. So that's just how that goes. And it's all in us, that level of Set. It's all a balance, but you need to all make it all work for you. And you have to just get beyond that level. And that's really what the ills of the world are right now, is that everybody's caught up in that left brain, focus on this dense layer of your existence. None of the unmanifested matters. None of that. None of those things that are there, but you cannot explain, or it can't be densely explained. Just that's all. Throw it all out the window. That's crazy. It's like the wind. It's like, it's there, but you can't see it, or can you? Because again, it's like this. When you look at a tree and the leaves moving in the wind, is it you moving? Is it the tree moving? Is it the earth beneath you moving? Again, it's all perception, and that's what people just really need to understand, that God is you. And it's an omnipresence of God through everything, expressing itself through everything, through all beings, through all vegetation and animals and everything at all levels. It's an omnipresence of God, and it's just, it's an omnipotence, it's an omniscience, it's all one, it's a universe, it's one verse. So there's no separation. And again, like I said, a thought is where it all starts from, and a thought is no difference from the beginning of creation. So if you think that you're meeting someone or achieving something, again, that is the same thing as creating a world or creating a universe, because that's what you're doing internally. If you look at the pineal gland, it looks like a universe. You are the universe. People just don't wish this. They don't want this power. They wish. They need. They want. They don't know anything. So that's really what's going on in today's world, which is always, which is forever. I know people are baffled, like, that's still going on in 2012. There's no difference. The more things change, the more they stay the same. And it's crazy right now in the media how to basically, I might as well be writing half these scripts. When I go over to be a normal person or a sick person, basically, when I go with the people out here and I'll watch a movie with them or something. Like I watched A Cabin in the Woods the other day, and it was about a blood sacrifice. The whole movie was about a blood sacrifice. So that's what I've been saying. All game is blood sacrifice. And again, it's a matriarchy. Like I've been saying. It's all, a lot of this is bloodshed for a goddess. And that's what I've been saying, like I said, Islam. It's the moon god. That's what Islam comes from. You look at the Quran itself. Most people, again, have never been to the Middle East. They don't understand, that a lot of this is based in astrology. Most all religion. It all comes from Kemet. It all comes from the so-called Book of the Dead. Hey. Man, Pitts is high energy, man. Especially if you feed them better food. But anyway, I was going to leave it at that. And another thing, too, I wanted to always touch on real quick. I'm probably going to touch on another video with the parasite thing. Parasites attract other parasites, like I've been saying. That's why if you look at a tick will have mites under the holes in its skin, eating off of it. It's like a snake eating itself. And that's why, you know, living as a parasite is unsustainable and it creates imbalances. So if you know, that's why other parasites attract other parasites. And as far as people goes, that, you know, they all merge together to, you know, to parasitically eat off of something. And if you're, you know, if you're attracting roaches, ants, flies, ticks, those things, mosquitoes, you know, your sweat, your pheromones, everything you're giving off a parasitic energy. And it's just like if something was dead and rotting, it would give off that energy, that wave of light or smell, which you're calling, and it would attract the parasites. Because they serve this life. They must eat things that are dead or dying, so they can transcend. And because everything is life, like a rock is eternity, like I said before. A rock is basically infinity. If you look at it at a microscopic level, it's in motion. Everything's in motion. It's a universe. Everything is in a spiraling motion. And there's no beginning or an end to it. You know, it's just an experience, and just it all comes down to knowing yourself. They be playing so hard.